the English because I depend on the English translation.
Okay.
So English translation.
Yeah.
It only says he.
Seto, do you understand context?
Exactly. So you Baba Shuaib,
No, wait. I'm asking you something. Do you understand context?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to read verse 1 to verse 3. Then we see if he's talking about somebody else other than God. Sometimes you can just say a sentence or a statement without actually needing to build a context.
What?
Only fools think whenever you quote a verse to try to make a point, you have to always build a context. Only fools think that way, especially people with shallow thinking. Seto, do you understand context?
Etiefo Vichacha will be. Greetings, family. May the peace of Christ be with you all. Another day, lucky, or by the grace, we are still alive. We are strong, we are healthy, and we are trying our best. Let me say it like this. I am trying my best. Our brother here, Baba Shuaib, right? I responded to one of his videos yesterday, and this was one of the quickest response that I have received, right? From Baba Shuaib. Usually he just don't respond immediately. But there must be a reason. He responded. I was even shocked when I came home from work and I came on social media. I came live. He has already responded to the video. I was amazed. That means whatever we said in this video, it touched some nerves. So he needed to come and respond quick. But he came responding to me because he's emotional. You can clearly see. And what bothers him most is he believes to be learned, right? And I can see that he is more learned than I am in a way. He is more articulated than I can. He can express himself more than I can. That is a fact. I've never come live. I don't come here to teach people English. That's not my purpose here. I try my best to express myself the best way I can. I know it is not perfect, but that is not the issue for me. I'm not proud of it. No, I'm not proud of it. But that is what I can do, and I am not going to it's not going to hold me back because my English is poor, because my reading is poor. It's not my language. So I'm not going to let it hold me back. I will still try to give the message, and I will still try to expose those who claim to have knowledge. I will still use my poor English to expose them. So what bothers a guy like Baba Shuaib most is him not being able, right, or me being able, somebody who is not well educated, being able, right, to expose him. That is what bothers him most. Someone who cannot read properly is being able to make him look like a fool to the audience. That is what bothers him the most. And he is emotional because he wants to be loved by everybody. He wants everyone to accept whatever he says as the authority. So whenever somebody comes and challenge him, he feels like, why are you challenging me? I am better than you. You should follow me. You see the logic here, right? So whatever I did to him yesterday, I received a quick response. And then because he was emotional, because he didn't sit down to just like contemplate on what was said, he quickly came to response, and then he made more poo-poo. He made more poo-poo. It's amazing. So Baba Shuaib, right? These are the videos from yesterday. These are some of the videos from yesterday. And I can go deeply because, as I'm saying, I am not an English teacher here. I'm not here to teach English. I will make mistakes here, there, here or there. It's okay. As long as I am able to at least communicate what I'm trying to communicate and people will get what I mean. He's trying to pretend as if he is the English guy and then he knows English and then nobody can like, no, my guy. Okay, you are good in English. That is good for you. But now let's see how good you are in English. Right? Maybe you are good. You are better than me. But trust me, I am better than someone in English too. And somebody is definitely better than you in English. Someone with your English, you will not be qualified for some people. Somebody will consider you bogus with your English. Even though you are good, you are better than me. That is it. We have classes, we have levels of everything. Okay, so you are better than me. That is okay. But that is not the issue here. We are not here to like see who is better in English. That is no. You said things about the Bible which you clearly had no idea and you got exposed. So when you come live and then the only thing that you can say is, I don't understand English. I don't understand English. I don't understand English. You are not addressing the issue. It is someone saying, Seto, you are black. Thinking by him saying this, he's like insulting me. Yes, I am black. That is not an insult. I am from Africa. That is not an insult to me. If somebody call me an African, you are not insulting me. It is a fact. If somebody said you are from Ghana, you are from Kumasi, you are a Ashanti boy, to me, that is not an insult. That is the fact. But he is the one who is claiming to be the knowledgeable one. He knows everything. He doesn't make mistakes, right? Now let's listen to his logic, his understanding of the Bible. Listen to him one more time here. Listen to him. Let me make him big so that you get it, right? So this is simple English. This is simple English here. Listen to what he's about to say.
You, the pagan Christians, you claim Jesus created heaven and earth. Okay, you say in the beginning was the word. The word has a beginning. Are you not a dummy? If you say in the beginning was the word, the word has a beginning. Seriously, the God I serve doesn't have a beginning. Does it make sense to you? You claim in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. A word needs to be spoken by somebody. A word needs to be written by somebody. So if in the beginning was the word, are you a fool? It takes someone to put the word into force. So if the word was in the beginning, was the word, that means your God has a beginning. If you claim Jesus is God, you are a fool. I'm serious.
Did you hear that? And he is the learned one. As I am saying, okay, if I don't understand something in English, I accept. Yeah, I don't understand. I can learn. Me not knowing something is okay for me because it gives me space to learn. There is more room for me to learn, and I agree with you. But you claiming to be the knowledgeable person and you reading this statement, having no idea what the statement is saying, claiming the word. Now let's analyze what he was saying. Clearly, he doesn't understand English. He is the one who doesn't understand English. He's only bragging. He says, in the beginning was the word. In the beginning was the word, which simply means the word was there before the beginning. This is simple English, which means it's like I came first, but when I came, he was there. So whoever was there before, when I even if I consider myself to come first, to be the first person there, somebody was there before me. So that person was there before I came. This is what the verse, in the beginning was the word, the word. And what does it mean to say in the beginning? Baba Shuaib, humble yourself. Humble yourself. What does it mean when the Bible says in the beginning? That means before the beginning of creation, before everything was created, God was there. Baba Shuaib, do you get a point? Before that, you believe in Allah, right? You believe Allah is uncreated. You believe Allah is uncreated. That's what you believe in. So before Allah created everything, Allah was there. He was there in the beginning. That is why Allah, is the first and the last. This is simple English, simple logic. You told us to use logic when we are reading. You told us to use logic when we are reading. You told us to be smart. Do you believe in Allah? Do you believe Allah was there before the beginning? The beginning of what? The beginning of creation. This one, you don't understand. And then you are focusing on me. Everyone knows I am not an English teacher here. Everyone knows I am struggling when reading. Everyone knows I make mistakes. That is not an issue. It's not like you have discovered something new. So if the only thing that you can say to your audience and fool them, right, is by pointing out that I don't understand English. Meanwhile, this is what you are saying. Listen to him one more time.
You, the pagan Christians, you claim Jesus created heaven and earth. Okay, you say in the beginning was the word. The word has a beginning. Are you?
Where in this statement does it say the word has a beginning? He says in the beginning was the word. Was, that means the word was there before the beginning. It never said anything about the word having a beginning. You see him? And that is what I mean. Guys like him being like thinking that they are something. They are well learned. And then me, the one that they look down upon, right? Me being able to expose them. That is what hurts him most. This guy who cannot even like read a full paragraph without making a mistake is being able to make me look like a fool. That is what bothers him most. The statement that you are just reading, John 1:1, where in John 1:1 does it say anything about the word having a beginning? Nowhere. Nowhere in this statement speaks about the word having a beginning. It is speaking about before the beginning, the word was there. And that is what you mean. God is uncreated. God is uncreated. No one created God. So God was there before the beginning. And that is why we say Jesus is God. Because he was there before the beginning. God was there before beginning. Let's continue.
You're not a dummy. If you say in the beginning was the word, the word has a beginning.
So, you see the point? Nowhere does this statement says the word has a beginning. It's only clarifying to you, letting you know that the word was there before beginning, before everything began, before creation. The word was there, and the word was God. So you believe and you accept that God is uncreated. God is the first. You believe that your Quran teaches you this. Your Quran teaches you that God was there before creation. So you cannot ask, so who created God? It's like asking where the word come from. Even though the Bible tells you the word was God. And then you ask, so where did God come from? A kid, emotional. Because whatever I said about him yesterday, he's like feeling this kind of like, how is this guy being able to do me this? But Baba Shuaib, you are the one going against the Bible. And the Bible already said, Proverbs chapter 30, verse number 6, we read it yesterday. If you add to his words, he will rebuke you and make you a liar. You are the one doing this to yourself. You have no knowledge about the Bible. You read verses from the Bible. I hope to like face him one time. No, it doesn't matter, on his platform or on my platform, and then you will see that he has no argument. He has no argument against the Bible. Because let me tell you this, when I go to him and I try to read historical references about the Quran, what historians think about the Quran, what even Muslim scholars think about the Quran, he will not accept it. He will only focus on what is in the Quran today. Anything outside from the Quran, example, according to the Quranic, according to his Islamic history, Uthman, one of the caliphates, burnt Quran. He gathered some Qurans and he burnt them, and then he copied some of the Quran and he distributed it to the Islamic world. So there was something wrong with Quran that the caliphate had to burn them. If I bring him this according to their history, he will not accept it. He will not accept it. He will say, where is it in the Quran? But when it comes to the Bible, he's reading what some people wrote about the Bible. History. He's not focusing on what is in the Bible. No. He will say, okay. Do you know who wrote Hebrews? According to, then he's reading an article. Hebrew is an unknown author. You see the point? My guy, who wrote Surah to Baqarah? Give me the name of the person who wrote Surah to Baqarah and gave him the name cow. What is wrong with this guy? Let somebody say it here, okay? Somebody says it. Baba Shuaib is not good in English. He's just confident in speaking it. Hey, I'm not going to say much. But he's the one attacking me, using my English against me. He's very soon he's going to say I'm ugly. He's going to use me not being handsome enough to attack me. Focus on the message. Focus on the issue. Nobody is here to learn English from me. Nobody. And what you just did here proves that it's either you don't know English or you are a liar. You are trying to lie to your people, because what the Bible said about the word being there, the word was there before the beginning. It doesn't mean the word has a beginning. It doesn't mean this. Look at it.
Seriously, the God I serve doesn't have a beginning.
And exactly, and that is what we believe too. We don't believe that Jesus has a beginning. That is why he is God, because he was there before the word began, before the beginning. And that is what Jesus even said in John chapter 17, verse number 5. Let me place it on the screen so that you will learn. You have to learn. You can question the Bible, but at least be humble, because you don't know. Nobody said you cannot question the Bible. You can do so, but don't pretend as if you know. That is the whole problem. That is the whole issue. Arrogance. Let me put it on the screen, okay? Because I have to let people know what Jesus said himself. Because when we say Jesus is God, he doesn't even know the reason why we're saying this. He said, oh, you said Jesus is God and he was circumcised. Who in his right mind will say, because Jesus is circumcised, that is why he is God? Let me show you an example of why Jesus is God, okay? Because he was there before the beginning, and only God was there before the beginning. Okay? Only God was there before the beginning. So if Jesus was there before creation, before everything began, that is the reason why we will say Jesus is God. And I have more videos. I will show you this guy. He did poo-poo yesterday, right? He was in a rush to come and respond. And please, Skeptic Jabani, please hold on. Don't go, Skeptic Jabani, because maybe Baba Shuaib is correct and then my English is too bad that I didn't understand what he said. He is going to say something again. I'm going to put it on the screen. And I want audience, please, if I am wrong, let me know. Says that, oh, this one he is correct, this one you are wrong. You are misunderstanding what he's saying. Please, please, okay, don't go. But Skeptic Jabani, if you are there, I'll put it on the screen very soon. Let me open it small because I saw yesterday it was too small for people to see. Okay, according to John chapter 17, verse number 5, you can read from verse number 1 going. Because my English is poor, I am not going to bother you with all this reading. Baba Shuaib will have something to say. I want it to be straight on the point, okay? So verse number 5, it says, and now, oh Father, it is Jesus speaking to the Father in the red letter. You see now, Jesus speaking to the Father. Glorify me together with yourself, with the glory which I had with you before the world was. So according to this statement, is telling us before the world was, before the beginning, Jesus was there with the Father. That is why John chapter 1 verse number 1 said, the word was with God and the word was God. So Jesus is telling us from his own mouth, he is God because he was there before the world was. Where does it say he has a beginning? Baba Shuaib, where in this verse does it say that Jesus has a beginning? Because he said he was there before the world was. You see how you are embarrassing yourself? You were saying, yes, when it comes to English, I should have been better because I went to school. That is my own fault, okay? You are correct. But look at how you are embarrassing yourself. You pretend to know the Bible, but you have no idea. And that is the whole issue. So according to Jesus, he was there before the world was. And who was he with? He was with the Father. And the Father was glorifying him. Glorify me with the glory I had with you. Right? So the Father should glorify him with the glory I had with you, which I had before. It is on the screen. Read it for yourself. Let's continue with Baba Shuaib.
Sense to you? You claim in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God.
And the word was God. He never added that to it. He never added. And the word was God. That's what we claim. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. That's what it says. Okay. So before creation, God was there. And that is what we believe in. God was there before creation. Baba Shuaib, let it enter into your brain, please. Okay, let's continue.
A word needs to be spoken by somebody. A word needs to be written by somebody. So if in the beginning was the word, are you a fool? It takes someone to put the word into force.
You see the point? So he's like, because he doesn't believe in God, because he has a God, fabricated God for him, God is uncreated. So if the word was God, that word is uncreated. So it's like somebody asking, so who created God? That's what he's saying, because the Bible clearly said the word was God. So you cannot ask this question. It has to be spoken before it. Why? God was not created. And that is why Jesus is God. Baba Shuaib, think. Use this, apply this logic. Where was Allah before creation? Did Allah exist? Who created Allah? If I ask you this question, you will say, I'm stupid for asking this question because God is uncreated. But you are asking the same question here.
So if the word was in the beginning, was the word, that means your God has a beginning. If you claim Jesus is God,
you see the logic? Nowhere in this statement makes it clear that the word has a beginning. It is only telling you that before it began, before everything, in the beginning, the word was there. That is what it's saying. This is simple English, and you fail to understand this, and you were here laughing, mocking at me. Yeah? Where is the logic? And now let's go on. Because it's done. This is clear. He has been exposed. He did not understand what the Bible verse is saying. The verse is not saying the word has a beginning. Nowhere in this statement says the word has a beginning. It is only telling you before the beginning, the word was there. And that is what we all believe. That is even what you believe before, because the word was God. That is what we believe. The word was God. So even to you yourself, before the beginning, Allah was there, according to your statement. Allah was there before the beginning. Or don't you think Allah existed before the beginning? Is it childish and emotion? That is why he keeps on insulting, because he's emotional. He needs attention. He needs to be loved. That is what I see. He wants everyone to love him. Can you believe it? He says, or he is saying in his videos, it's like he is the only one who is able to translate the Quran accurately. So every translation that you read and then you misunderstand something, He is the one who can correct you because that translation that you are reading is not correct. He is the only one who has the best and the most accurate translation. This is how arrogant he is. This is how he thinks of himself. So whatever translation that you are reading, and if you bring it to counter him, he will say it is wrong. He will tell you it is wrong. That translation you are reading is wrong. This is the correct one. Which one? The one that he himself translated it. It doesn't even make sense. It's like you are going to debate him, and then he is going to stand on his own translation to debate you. It doesn't even. How do I know? Why should I trust your translation rather than trusting Sahih International? Why should I trust your translation rather than trusting Sahih International or Yusuf Ali? Why is yours better? You see his logic here? It's like me writing my own Bible. So the way I want the Bible to be, and I'm going to debate you, whatever you bring me, any Bible, I will say, no, this is the correct Bible. So follow what I have written. That is what you have to debate me on. Logic has failed this guy. Emotion. He's being emotional, okay?
By a fool. I'm serious.
Okay, so let me play one more time in full so that you will get that he did not understand what the Bible is saying about God. The word was there before the beginning. It was there, which it has nothing to do with its beginning. Okay, the word was there. One more time, and then we move to the next video, and you will see another poo-poo.
You, the pagan Christians, you claim Jesus created heaven and earth. Okay, you say in the beginning was the word. The word has a beginning. Are you not a dummy? If you say in the beginning was the word, the word has a beginning. See,
it is clear. No idea. Simple English. In the beginning was the word. So the word was there before the beginning. Simple comprehension. It has failed him. But he is saying, I am the bad guy. I am the one who doesn't understand English. I'm not going to say anything. Judge it for yourself, okay? And if he is correct and I am wrong, please let me know in the comment section. Maybe I am overthinking, okay? Okay, so the next video. Another video too. Very confusing. Confused guy. But Shuaib is very confused. That is how he speaks, right? When he's speaking about Christians. Christians are very confused, foolish, pagan. He has to repeat these words because he knows he's programming people, a set of people. So he has to keep on repeating the same statement. You are pagan. as if he says it, that means it's true. You see his logic? He thinks when he says it, that means it's true. Let's listen to Baba Shuaib.
I told you have a low IQ. You are just like an experienced driver.
Listen carefully. He said, I told you have a low IQ. He is speaking about me. He's speaking about me, right? So he's responding to me. Emotional. When did you tell me I have a low IQ? And why should I consider anything that you say as a fact? Because you said it. Baba Shuaib, please, who gave you that authority that whatever you say is something that it should be taken seriously? Who gave you this audacity? Let's go back small because you didn't hear him saying my name, okay? Let me play it one more time so that you know he was speaking directly to me. But listen to what he's going to say about experienced driver. And Captain Jabani, if you are here, because Baba Shuaib is your guy. Baba Shuaib is your guy, Captain Jabani. Listen to how he is going to define who an experienced driver is. If I am the one misunderstanding it, please let me know. Because it doesn't make sense. He is emotional, and then that's why he's speaking like this. Listen to him.
Seto, why are you embarrassing yourself like this? I told you have a low IQ. You are just like an experienced driver given a car to drive alone. What do you think will happen? You are not only going to endanger your life, you endanger everybody on the road as well. This is what you are doing.
Did you hear what he said? He said Seto has a low IQ. And then I am like an experienced driver who has been given a car to drive alone. I am not only going to endanger myself, but also endanger people. He's saying something like this. Is that what an experienced driver does? I don't get it. I don't get the logic, the sense in this statement. Because if someone is an experienced driver, that means he has the ability, he knows how to drive. There is no danger for somebody who is experienced in driving. Yes, an experienced driver can still cause an accident or something can still happen. But that is the logic that he's applying here. I have a low IQ, and that is why I am like an experienced driver. An experienced driver. I don't get this. I don't understand this. And that's what I meant with he is emotional. He is not thinking through. And what bothers him the most, the guy who is not even a Christian for a long time, he just became a Christian. A guy who cannot even express himself, doesn't have these vocabularies to express himself accurately or properly, is on social media embarrassing me. I mean him, right? That is what bothers him the most. Listen to him one more time. You have a low IQ. That is why you are like an experienced driver. Poo-poo. Okay, let's go. Let's listen.
Seto, why are you embarrassing yourself like this? I told you you have a low IQ. You are just like an experienced driver given a car to drive alone. What do you think will happen? You are not only going to endanger your life, you endanger everybody on the road as well. This is what you are doing.
He said, when you watch this video, Seto, you don't understand English. He just did this video yesterday. Yesterday morning, around this time, I think it was around this time when I made the video for him, about him, exposing him. And then in that evening, Baba Shuaib is not like he's at home, sitting at home doing nothing. He is a supervisor, he has a work to do. But he was able to respond this quick to my video. I was surprised. I thought he was going to take his time. Usually he takes his time and then he will respond maybe 1 or 2 days later, or maybe the next week. But the punchlines, the fact that I presented was so strong, he needed to like respond immediately on the same day. And then when he was responding, this is what he was doing to himself. One more time, listen to Baba Shuaib. Hey, is it me? Or am I misunderstanding him? Or is he doing poo-poo himself? He will say, you are kaput. Baba Shuaib, that is what you will say. You are kaput. One more time.
Seto, why are you embarrassing yourself like this? I told you you have a low IQ. You are just like an experienced driver given a car to drive alone. What do you think will happen? You are not only going to endanger your life, you endanger everybody on the road as well. This is what you are doing.
Oh, Baba Shuaib, this is what I'm doing. A low IQ guy who is like equivalent to an experienced driver. Hey, Baba. Okay, let's continue.
You are a pagan.
Look at this. You are a pagan. I can say the same thing to you. What would that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Just because you repeat or you keep on saying something, it doesn't mean it's true. Baba Shuaib, you can continue saying, you can give names. The words that you are using for me, I can do the same thing for you. But if it doesn't mean anything, doesn't mean anything. I know we know who we are. We worship one God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. If you don't care, if you don't want to accept who God is, that is your own cup of tea. Look at him. Listen to him. Listen to what Baba Shuaib said. He doesn't even believe that his God, Allah, is a spirit. Listen.
The moment he's a spirit, he can be compared to another spirit. But my God, he said, is one.
Did you hear that? He said, the moment you say Allah is spirit, that means he can be compared to another spirit. But Allah is not spirit. He is only one. I was speaking with another Muslim, right? Another Muslim, he will say, yes, if you say spirit is life, if Allah is not spirit, how does he have life? God in the Bible says God is spirit. God is spirit. So if you don't know who the God that you are worshiping, there is no life in your God. And that is why you are confused. You don't want to accept. You think, according to your logic, your brain, this is how God's supposed to be. No. Let's continue with Baba Shuaib, okay? So calling someone pagan, and if it is not true, I can call you the same. I can say you kiss stone kisser. If I start calling you stone kisser, and I know you don't kiss any stones, why would I be calling you this? The logic is amazing. He has failed big time.
I'm serious. What kind of foolishness is this?
This is Baba Shuaib, okay? This is a video response from yesterday. Let me play it one more time in full length so that you will get the point what he was saying, right? He doesn't know what he's talking about. One more time.
Seto, why are you embarrassing yourself like this? I told you you have a low IQ. You are just like an experienced driver given a car to drive alone. What do you think will happen? You are not only going to endanger your life, you endanger everybody on the road as well. This is what you are doing. You are a pagan. I'm serious. What kind of foolishness is this?
And you know what he was talking about? You see, when he asked me, where did Jesus say we should worship him? Right? So when it comes to the Bible, they want specific words. Every logic that Baba Shuaib is using, it totally goes against him. But he's not smart enough to think, because he's asking, where did Jesus himself say he is God, using these specific words before he will accept that Jesus is God? Jesus himself has to say it himself, that I am God. Use the word I am God, worship me. Now, if you turn around and ask Baba Shuaib, right? You believe Jesus is the Messiah according to the Quran. But where in the Quran did Jesus himself, where in your Quran did Jesus himself say, I am the Messiah? Where did Jesus himself said, I am the word of Allah? Before you have to accept it, because that is the logic you are using. If someone is saying it in the book that you believe, you accept it according to you. But if someone is saying it in our book, you don't accept it. You see the double standard here? So if you ask them word for word too from their book, where did this happen? Where did Jesus himself say this? In your book, they will not find it. They will not find it, but then he turn around and then he comes to us. And then he will be asking the same questions. Where did Jesus say, I am God, worship me? Where did Allah say in the Quran that Jibril is the spirit in the Quran? We want explicit words. Just like you are asking, where did Gabriel himself said, I am the spirit? Because you believe Gabriel is the spirit in the Quran. Baba Shuaib believes that Gabriel is an angel and the spirit at the same time in the Quran. He said it in his video. He said it. So give us the verse where Gabriel himself is saying, I am the spirit and I am angel. Give us this verse. You see, the logic goes against them. And this is what Jesus said. According to the Bible, listen carefully. And Thomas answered and said to him, my Lord, my God. Thomas was speaking to Jesus. This is Jesus accepting Thomas, calling him God. If Jesus is not God, was not God, is not God, he will not accept Thomas calling him God. Somebody is saying, I think Kofi, People who are born on Fridays are called Kofi. In Ghana, right? People who are born on Fridays are called Kofi. So if somebody says, my name is Kofi, he says the name, my name is Kofi. And then I go around and tell people that, oh, this guy said he was born on Friday. Even though he did not say I was born on Friday, he said his name is Kofi, and Kofi is a Friday born. And if it is true, his name is Kofi, then he was born on Friday. He cannot say, where did I tell you I was born on Friday? It goes together. It goes together. Okay, so someone born on Friday is Kofi. So if somebody says, my name is Kofi, I can then conclude and say, oh, this guy was born on Friday. Thomas is here saying to Jesus, in front of Jesus, my Lord, my God. Jesus said to him, Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed me. You have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen yet, who have not seen and yet believe. So Jesus is clearly accepting what Thomas is saying, telling him, because Thomas was doubting. And because Thomas saw all these evidences, now he believes. So Thomas calling him God, because of the evidences that he has seen, Jesus is saying, blessed are those who have not seen all these evidences and yet believe. So this is a clear statement, even Jesus acknowledging that he is God. But he will still say, somebody who wrote John. The logic, when they fail, when you show them this is the book that we believe in, he will start saying, but who wrote John? Somebody wrote John. Listen to him, what he's about to say. Listen to him.
Concept. It is according to, narrated by. It is never on the authority of God or on the authority of Muhammad. Same goes with the Christians. It doesn't go on the authority of Jesus, or that Jesus said they should write it like that. No, it doesn't go like that.
Are you sure? It doesn't go on the authority of Jesus? Are you sure? You see the logic here? He presents himself as if he knows. Jesus said this. Let me put it on the screen, because when he says something, I have to show it to the people. This is what Jesus said, right? And there's a lot of verses. There are a lot of verses in the Bible. And as I was saying yesterday, right? The evidence that I am giving is not like that is all. That is what I know. The little that I know. I am just doing my best to present the little that I know. I know that there are a lot of people who have more knowledge than me in the Bible, who can mop Baba Shuaib with the floor easily, because his argument, he doesn't even understand that the word was there before the beginning. He doesn't understand this. He doesn't understand this. So how can listen to what Jesus is saying here, okay? He said Jesus doesn't tell them what to do. Jesus is saying, Matthew chapter 28, verse number 19, go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Verse number 20, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. So Jesus is telling his disciples what to do. Is Jesus telling his disciples to go and teach them what he has commanded them. So Jesus is the one telling them to do so. So they are being sent by Jesus. And Jesus said, what I commanded you, you should go and do it. So they are going to give what Jesus said to the people, to us, to all nations, not to the children of Israel alone, to all nations. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. The word, not only. So you have to be smart enough to read things in context, to understand why is this statement there. At least seek for knowledge, seek for the knowledge. Why is this statement there? And what was the purpose? What was the reason? Don't conclude. Think. So we can clearly see this verse. They are being sent by Jesus, and Jesus is the one telling them they should do what he commanded them to do. Okay. This is one verse. And then this is another verse in Revelations, right? He said Jesus never told them to write. This is Jesus speaking, Revelations chapter 2. Only in chapter 2, look at this. To the angels of the church of Ephesus, write, So it is Jesus who is telling John to write according to the verse. And this is red letter Bible. You can see, according to the Bible, when it is red letter like this from Jesus Christ. So it is on the screen. You can clearly see it's Jesus telling him to write. Jesus is the one telling him to write. Right, listen to him one more time. Look at what he was saying.
Authority of God or on the authority of Muhammad.
Mhm.
Same goes with the Christians. It doesn't go on the authority of Jesus or that Jesus said they should write it like that.
Did you hear that? It's not on the authority of Jesus. I told you. The guy is confused. He has no clue what the Bible says. It goes on the authority of Jesus because Jesus said to the disciples, make disciples of all nations, and what I have commanded you, teach them. And then Jesus is the one saying, right. This is what he said. He said again.
That Jesus said they should write it like that. No, it doesn't go like that.
It doesn't go like that. So what do we have here? Who is the one saying they should write? Who is the one said, write? And to the angel of the church of Ephesus, write. Who is the one commanding to write? Jesus. So whatever he is writing is from Jesus. He doesn't know. Ignorance, arrogance, ego, all these things combined is one of the biggest problems of Baba Shuaib. Look at this verse. Verse number 1. That is verse number 1, right? Revelation chapter 2, verse number 1. Let's go down. You see. Look at this one. To another church, and to the angels of the church of Smyrna, write. So Jesus is telling him to write again. These things, listen carefully, what should he write? These things says the first and the last. The first and the last. Who was there first before the beginning and who is going to be last after everything is gone? Jesus is the one saying it. So Jesus is the one saying they should write. And then he is saying these things are from the first and the last, who was dead and came to life. Jesus saying they should write. Baba Shuaib has failed again. He doesn't know what the Bible says. And again, to this church to write. So Jesus is the he has no idea. He is only eating of the ignorance of the people. Because people don't know, and he has taken advantage of us because we don't know. His followers, they don't know. He keep on saying pagan, pagan, pagan. Mush, that is all he can say. Another verse, Galatians chapter 1, verse number 12. What does it say? Nobody cares if you deny the Bible, but this is what the Bible says. Okay? This is what the Bible says. Galatians chapter 1, verse number 11. But I make known to you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached by me is not according to man. This is Paul speaking. The gospel preached by him, it is not according to man. For I neither receive it from man, nor was I taught it, but came through the revelation of Jesus Christ. Listen carefully. Does Prophet Muhammad, your prophet, does he give revelations? Can a prophet give revelation to people? So whatever, even the Bible is saying it clearly. Paul is telling you the revelation is from who? It is from Jesus Christ. Can a man give revelation? Can you give revelation, Papa Shuaib? So what do you mean Jesus never said they should do something? You see, the guy, even this verse here is copied in the Quran. There is a similar verse, which what Paul said years before has found a way in the Quran. Okay, let me try and find this Quranic verse. Because I think Quran chapter 53, right? Let me see. Let's compare this. It is similar, right? Because it's also claiming like Muhammad, nor does he speak on his own desire. So Muhammad is not like speaking on his own desire. Like Paul is saying, the revelation is not from a man. It's not like It's from himself. Let me say it like this. But it is a revelation revealed, but it is a revelation revealed. Revealed from who? According to this statement, they will say revealed from Allah. It is not from a man, it is not from the people, friends, or from anywhere, but from Allah. That's what they will tell you. The Muslims will tell you. So this verse is like almost the same as what Paul said years before, that the revelation is not from any man, it is not from himself or something like this, but from Jesus Christ. You get a point here. This was in the Bible way before the Quran came, and the Quran is making a similar statement. The understanding is clear that this verse is saying it is Allah who is the one who revealed this revelation to Muhammad. And Paul is saying his revelation is from Jesus Christ. So who is Jesus Christ? Think, right? Think. Because Paul, he said, it is not from a man. Not just a man. It is from who? From revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ. So when Paul is speaking, just like you believe in Muhammad, that Muhammad is saying the revelation is from Allah. You never heard Allah speaking, but you believe that. How did Muhammad, I'm speaking to you, Baba Shuaib. How did Muhammad get to know Allah? How did he receive his revelations? You see now, Jesus is giving revelation directly to Paul, but your Allah couldn't give revelation directly to Muhammad. Why? You see the difference here? Because inspiration, you just give the revelation, but you give a message to a messenger, and the messenger will come and deliver. How is this a revelation? He's a messenger. He's going to deliver it. Because when Muhammad is giving this a message, when he receives the message and he is giving the message, that is not a revelation from Muhammad to you. He's just repeating what he has heard, and then he's saying it to you. It's not a revelation. But Jesus gave the revelation directly to Paul. You failed, Baba Shuaib. Let me give out the link because I have to leave. I have to go, okay? In case somebody wants to come and share his opinion too. In case somebody wants to share his opinion. And then he kept on, because I wanted to say something before about this statement here. The Bible said we should honor the Son just as we honor the Father. Let me try and put it on the screen. The way you honor the Son, just as you honor the Father, right? He said, oh, but honor is not worship. Look at this logic here. let me put it on the screen. So if you want to join me, please, the link is there, right? Because you have to be quick. I have to go to work, right? That all should honor the Son, just as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father. So Jesus is standing on the same level with the Father, according to this statement. Whatever honor you give to the Father, you have to give to the Son. And what is the highest honor that you can give to the Father? If you believe in God and you honor God, right? That is why you worship God. So for you have to think. When we use honor, I honor my father, I honor my mother, I honor my sisters, I honor my wife. But the honor that I will give to my friend is not the same honor that I will give to my wife. It is based on whom you are giving the honor to. The honor that you will give to the king, the honor that you give to the president, it will be different from the honor that you give to your class teacher. You honor them both, but everyone, it depends on whom you are giving the honor to. The Bible tells us to love our parents, or we should love. The Bible also says we should even love our enemies. The love that I will give to my mother and the love that I will give to my enemy is not the same love. The love that I have for my wife, the love that I have for God, the love that I have for my mother, the love that I have for my brother, the love that I have for my sister, they are not the same love. It is the same word, but it depends on whom the love is going to. Baba Shuaib, think. So when the Bible is saying you should honor the Son just as you honor the Father, what is the best honor that you give to God? Do you worship God or not? God, you honor him by worshiping him, giving him his praises, giving him his glory, accepting him for who he is. That is the honor that you give to God. So you cannot say, the Bible said you should honor your mother, or you should honor this, you should honor that. And so when you say honor God, it's the same. No, it's not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same. They are not on the same level. I give the honor to my mother, to the honor that she deserves. The honor that you give to if you are watching me as a Muslim, right? If you are watching me as a Muslim, not even Baba Shuaib, because he made too many poo here. You do honor your parents as a Muslim. You honor your parents, right? You will say yes. The honor that you give to your parents, is it the same honor that you give to Prophet Muhammad? You bring 90 Muslims there or 100 Muslims, 99% of them, 99.9% of them are going to say, no, the honor that they give to Prophet Muhammad is way higher than the honor that they give to their parents. 99% of Muslims, that is their answer they are going to give. I'm not saying it is bad, but I am trying to show you the example of honor, right? But the honor that they give to Allah is much greater than the honor that they give to Prophet Muhammad. Because what? Allah does not share anything with nobody. He is not compared to anybody. So if you say you give the exact same honor that you give to Muhammad, you give the exact same to Allah, that means you are worshiping Muhammad too. That is what you should think about. And that's what this statement is saying. The honor that you give to the Father, that honor, that exact honor, just as you have to give to the Son. So if I honor the Father and worship the Father and praise the Father and give thanks to the Father, I do the same thing to the Son too. I honor my mother, but I will not go and praise my mother and worship my mother the way I worship God. You get a point here? So Jesus is demanding the honor that you give to the Father for himself. He is associating the same honor. And that is why we say Jesus is demanding our worship. Because how do we honor God? Think, Baba Shuaib. Okay? Think, Baba Shuaib. That is what we mean. What is what we meant? Or that's what it means. To honor God is to give his to put him into the higher esteem. And that is what this verse is saying. Jesus is demanding, and that is what he said, you can pray for him. So you cannot say you want the exact words. That is all what he keep on saying. Give us the exact word. We say worship, and you are showing us honor. We keep on. I said, show me where Jesus said, worship me, and you are showing me honor because he doesn't want to think. Now show me where Angel Gabriel said he is the Spirit. Show me where Angel Gabriel himself is claiming to be the Spirit. That's what you say, you believe. Okay, nobody is calling in. Okay, that is a good sign again. Baba Shuaib, you're steady. Yes, I can go through all your videos because it's like for you want to attack. But I have the receipt. I have the references. I can expose you all the time. And you said God, why did Jesus say I'm God? We have a lot of evidence. He is the first and the last. You accept Jesus is the first and the last. So what do you mean he's not God if he's the first and the last? Sato SSK, okay. I think I have to end this conversation here. It is a short one so that it will point you, Baba Shuaib, more. Share this video for us because the guy is claiming, he is pretending, like someone said in the comment section, he is not good in English. But he speaks with confidence or something like this. Skepti Jabani said, respect the stone kissers Akbar. I watch where the Seto, he is a black stone kisser. Imagine if I start calling Baba Shuaib the black stone kisser. Let the Bible speak, Michiel. Greetings to you, but let the Bible speak, okay? Fame Lord Misty. I hope I'm pronouncing the name well. Fame Lord Misty Midasi, greetings to you, okay? And I appreciate all your support. Everyone on this platform supporting, right? Even though I'm also supporting myself, trying my best. I will not let guys like him bully me because of my poor English to stay away from speaking the truth. I will still try my best. Even if everyone is laughing at me, I will still use this poor English to expose, because I know people will get what I mean. Baba Shuaib should go to KG. Yes, exactly. Kindergarten. Exactly. Okay. Henry K. He says Muhammad's father was called Abdullah, which is slave of Allah, which Allah was the father of Muhammad. Muslims agree was pagan worship. Exactly. Muhammad's father was a pagan worshipper, but his God was called Allah. It's amazing. That's Henry. I think Sweeney is also here. Sweeney, greetings, okay? How can I look? Exactly. How can a low IQ person qualify to be an experienced driver? This is what Baba Shuaib, emotion. He was speaking out of emotion. Logic has blocked. The emotions has blocked the logic. Thank you. Only low IQ people set such dummy scenarios. I mean, this is truth. That is the truth. Only low IQ people set this kind of scenario. You have a low IQ. That is why you are like an experienced driver. What is wrong with you, Baba? That is it. Your own words. I'm using your own words. Your own words, okay? Baba Shuaib doesn't even know it. He doesn't know anything about Christianity. He only exactly. He is studying from Zakanaik. Low IQ. He is thinking like when I was in CSF, right? This baby thinking, baby logic, out of ignorance, because you don't know. And most of the people who don't know, they are very proud of themselves. They think they know, but they have no idea. And that's what Baba Shuaib is doing here. Argument, unnecessary argument. Let me see. Okay. Let's see what this brother said. This guy doesn't even understand simple things. He should go back to KG. A lot of Muslims are leaving Islam after learning the truth about their prophet from the same Quran they don't read. Exactly. When you read the Quran, right? It's like when you ask a Muslim, tell me 4 good things about Prophet Muhammad in the Quran, and compare to 4 good things about Jesus in the Quran. Even that one, the prophet who is bringing his own book, Jesus is still better than Muhammad in the Quran. Can you believe this? When the Quran speaks about Jesus in the Quran, according to the Quran itself, when the Quran is speaking about Jesus, you will see it associating with miracles, with being sinless, holy, with something like the Quran says, Allah took Jesus to himself. So wherever Allah is, that is where Jesus is. You see now, and Allah is not in the creation, according to Muslims. So Allah took Jesus to himself. Allah never says something like this about Muhammad. According to the Quran, when it's speaking about Muhammad, oh, Muhammad, you can have these women. These women are lawful for you. Oh, you can have booty. When you go to war and you take from the Christians and the Jews, you can have much of the booty for yourself. Then the Quran is speaking about Jesus again. Oh, Jesus healed the blind. Jesus raised the dead. You see the point here? Oh, when it comes to Quran, oh, Muhammad, you are allowed to break your oath. You give an oath, you can break your oath. You don't have to. You see the point? Then Quran speaks about Jesus. Oh, Jesus is creation. Jesus is creating in the Quran. So even when you check in the Quran and you say, okay, what does the Quran say about Muhammad? And what does the Quran say about Jesus in the Quran? Not even the true Jesus. This Jesus in the Quran is not the one in the Bible. But what does the Quran say about Muhammad, and compare it to what the Quran say about Jesus? Please do this for yourself. It's not an insult. It's in the Quran. I'm not insulting anybody. I am just saying it. That is the truth. Compare the dignity or the character or what Jesus was attributed to in the Quran and what was attributed to Muhammad in the Quran. Allah is telling Muhammad in the Quran, ask forgiveness for your sin. Allah is saying in the Quran, Jesus and your mother, sinless. You get a point. The mother of Jesus, the best woman ever. So even everything associated with Jesus, clean. And when it comes to Prophet Muhammad, oh, you can have your your slaves. You can even have your slaves. Touch them in a way. Quran chapter 33, verse number 50. Let me put it on the screen so that people will know I'm not making things up. Because sometimes when you say something in the Quran, some people will think, oh, you are exaggerating. Right? When you say something about in the Quran, they say, oh, you are hater. That is how bad it sounds for some people. And they will automatically think you are hating. When you say something about Jesus, they never think like this. Okay, let me put it on the screen, okay, so that you will see what I mean. You can read the comments for yourself. Okay, so this is what, once again, the benefit of Prophet Muhammad being a prophet. While Jesus in the Quran was creating, like God creates, according to even in the Quran, he was creating by the permission of God, Allah. That's what they will say. But he was still creating. He was raising the dead. He was healing the blind. He even knows what you ate at your home. He knows the unseen in the Quran. That is Jesus. And Muhammad, his privileges, according to the Quran, not according to me. Okay. Oh, prophet, that is Muhammad. We have permitted to you your wives. Is it now? Permission for your wives to whom you have given their dowries. So the wives are separate. What has he been permitted to? What do you mean he has been permitted? Permitted to do what? Think about this statement carefully. Permitted to do what? They are your wives. What are they permitted to? That whatever they are permitted to do, that same permission goes for these people too. And those already have. And those you already have. Who are those you already have? What does this statement mean? Think. Muhammad has been permitted to your wives, to whom you have given your dowries. Permitted to do what? You cannot marry them again because they are your wives. You cannot marry your wives because they are already your wife. They are permitted to do what? And the same permission goes to those you already have. What is those you already have? Speaking about your slave girls, the captive ones. Let me prove it to you. So that is what also permitted. Permitted to do what? Okay, this translation will make it clear for you. Okay. Oh, Muhammad. So he's speaking about Muhammad. We have made lawful to you your wives, to whom you have paid their dowry. That is in Arabic way. That is what it says there. Okay. Into brackets. So he is explaining giving money by the husbands to his wife. So if you pay their you are paying them, so they are your wife now. Okay. And those captives or slaves whom your right hand possesses, they are permitted for you to do what? They are permitted for you to do what? The wives are already permitted to you. They are your wives. You're not going to marry them again. And these ones too are also permitted. Permitted to do what? Think about what the permission is. Your slaves. So Muhammad had slaves, and then Allah is telling them they are permitted for you too. To whom Allah has given to you. Allah gave Muhammad slaves. And when it comes to Jesus in the Quran, according to the Quran, this is the Quran. Don't blame me. I am reading what the Quran is saying. When it comes to the Quran, Allah is not associating these kind of things to Jesus. No. You will not find these kind of things being associated to Jesus in the Quran, that your slaves has been permitted for you. You can have this. Women. All this is about what Muhammad can have according to the Quran. All these verses about what Muhammad can have. And the daughters of your aunt, your paternal uncle. So, okay, and the daughters of your paternal aunt, and the daughters, all these are permitted for Muhammad. All of these are permitted for Muhammad. And look at what it says. You can pause it and read it for yourself. Look at what it says here. A privilege for you only. A privilege for you only. Why is Muhammad getting privilege? All these privileges for him only. And the Muslims will lie to me and tell me Muhammad never gained anything for himself. He never gained anything for himself. Him being a prophet, he was even losing. When his God Almighty, is giving him all these privileges for himself alone. Why? You see the point here? So even in the Quran, Jesus has been he has like high quality things, sinless, according to Islam. The whole of Islam, Jesus no sin. In the Quran, Allah said Muhammad is a sinner and he should ask forgiveness for his sin, according to the Quran. According to the Quran, Jesus creates by the permission of Allah. But why was he the only person given this permission to create like Allah? So there are some things which have been created, which was created by Jesus, according to the Quran. Okay, Jesus raising the dead. Muhammad, when the blind man came to Muhammad, Muhammad frowned upon him, according to the Quran, not according to me. You know it for yourself. When the blind man, Jesus was healing the blind man, Muhammad was frowning upon the blind man. According to the Quran, Jesus was raising the dead, just like Allah is the one who is going to raise the dead. It's okay. Let's end this conversation. I have to go. Okay. Seto SSK. Baba Shuaib.
The same concept.
I have time for you. If the only thing you can do is to say, I don't speak English well, I cannot speak English well, I have low IQ, calling me like petty things, it is okay. The wise people, they will listen to the message and what we are speaking about, rather than you saying all these words. It doesn't bother me at all. At all. Because you said it doesn't mean it's true. Seto SSK, okay. Let's end this conversation here. And as usual, okay, you can share this video. Let it go around. Let people see. Somebody is saying here like he's a fraud or something like this, okay? Let's see. Shuaib is fraud even to his own conscience, okay? This is there. People can see clear. They can see him clearly, right? Because he's the guy who thinks only he is correct. Only he is correct. All the Quran translation, every Quran translation that you are using is wrong, except if it agrees with his own, then it's correct. Please share this video for us, okay? Tag people, invite people, okay? And you should honor God by worshiping him. To honor God is to worship God. The greatest honor that you can give to God is to worship him. Doesn't mean because you honor your mother, you should worship your mother as God. But you give him the honor that she deserves as your mother. Your wife, you give her the honor that she deserves as your wife. Your children, you give them the honor that they deserve as your children. And the honor that you give to God is different from all of them. All of them. That's what you have to think about, okay? Seto SSK for me. I'll end this conversation here. Listen to Baba Shuaib and let's end this conversation. It's here for Mama Bye, okay? Please, may the peace of Lord be with you all. I have to leave right now. Okay? I have to go. Mama Bye.
When you're defending a confusion, it shows that you, the defender, you are confused. Do you get my point?
According to the English, because I depend on the English translation.
Okay.
So English translation.
Yeah.
It says he.
Seto, do you understand context?
Exactly. So you
no, wait. I'm asking you something. Do you understand context?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm going to read verse 1 to verse 3. Then we see if he's talking about somebody else other than God. Sometimes you can just say a sentence or a statement without actually needing to build a context. What? Only fools think whenever you quote a verse to try to make a point, you have to always build a context. Only fools think that way, especially people with shallow thinking. Seto, do you understand context?
Even with this statement that he just made here, right? I have to add this one to it before I leave. Yesterday, right, when I posted the video, when he was responding to the video, he said, because I took one video that he did last week and then the one he did the following week to make the point that how he contradicts himself. He himself, he said in the video, responding to me, he said, I took it out of context. You see him, the hypocrisy. He said, and you see now, I took his video, the first part of the video, and the second part of the video. He said, I took it out of context. the same guy who is saying you don't always have to build up on context. Now he's like complaining that I took his video out of context. I see this guy. You see that he's a kid in my face when it comes to the Bible. I'm not saying I am like learned. Maybe I've read more than he has done. No, but when it comes to the Bible, when he's reading the Bible, with my little knowledge, I can clearly see he has no clue. With some of his logics, I can totally destroy him. Now you want me to be in contest when you yourself, you said you don't always have, only a fool always wants to contest. Always want contest, only a fool. Now, when I did a video, even in the video was in contest, but he was saying I took it out of context. What do you mean I took it out of context? Baba Shuaib, Medasi, okay, Medasi. Seto SSK, let's end this conversation here. Please share this video for us, invite people, tag people. Join me the next time I come live, okay? And before, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel because people can report their Facebook channel and then they will ban you. So follow the YouTube channel, Seto SSK. YouTube channel is Seto SSK. So whenever I come live, you will also find me there, okay? And leave a link, like. Okay, you can leave a like. And then let me show you this too. Let me show you this because I have to show it to you. Look at what happened to my phone yesterday. It is green. That is why you cannot see it. Okay. So this is my phone that I'm using right now. I say, okay, this is my everything. I can now no longer edit videos like I used to because it happened yesterday at work. A ball form, it fell down and the car ran over it, right? The car ran over it. I can't have access to it again. Okay, I can't have access to it. Everything is destroyed. So I have to maybe probably change the whole phone and I will lose all my good videos in this phone. So I will not be able to maybe produce good videos. I've gone back to my old phone, Galaxy S9. Okay, Galaxy S9. I've gone back to that old phone as a reserve phone. So I have this one is S23. S23. That's what I was using, and there was a great phone. I edit videos, everything 500 gigabytes on this phone, 500 gigabytes. So I had a lot of space where I can edit long videos and all stuff. But all of them are gone right now. I don't know how I'm going to get this these things back. Okay, and I have to buy another phone because I don't think I can repair this phone. I don't know. Everything is because the bus ran over it, right? It's amazing. So maybe if you don't see me posting good videos again at the moment, please forgive me, right? Please forgive me. Seto SSK. I have to go now. Somebody's calling me, but I have to go. So that's the issue right now, okay? So maybe next time. Okay, let's end this here, okay? Nyankopon asumdi enka obia. Nyankopon asumdi enka obia. It's here for mama bye.
Show me somewhere that Jesus said, I am God or worship me. He never said it. He said, don't call me God, only the Father is God. Jesus did not say, do not call me God. It says, why do you call me God? Asking that question is not the same as saying, don't call me God. According to the Quran, who is the first? Allah, yes. Yeah. So the Quran says, Allah is the first. The Quran says, Allah is the last. This is Jesus speaking. Behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me to render to every man according to what he has done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Who is the beginning and the end? Islamic. Right. So Jesus is calling himself God. If Jesus was God, do you not think that would have been a pivotal message? That would have been like something clear, like, look, I am God.
He did make it clear. I'll show you where he says that you should worship him. So Jesus says this, so that all will honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. Now, who is the Father? How do you honor God? You bow down and worship him. So Jesus is literally saying, bow down and worship him. I'm not lying to you, bro.